Well, it's a very good morning to everyone. I'm just stood here by the front door. I'm about to walk down the driveway just to the post box, and I've got my little headphones and mic on, so I'm hoping it's coming through loud and clear. I've also got my coffee. Well, yesterday I didn't get down to Ardcarn Garden Centre. I worked the entire day, happily, may I say. Huge amount of work. I slept like a log, as they say. In fact, I woke up quite late, so obviously my body was a bit exhausted, but a very good exhaustion. I can just see a beautiful little butterfly. It's a little woodland brown or something it's called, just flitting about there in the sun. Oh, Jack's just saw it as well. So, got all the clearing done. I had to cut up all the wood, even the little branches, because they were all very thick with thorns, blackthorn being such. I can see the little cottage next door. And as you can see, massive amount done. Still a lot more to do, but the hard bit of it's been done, you know. So I want to bring the blackthorn at the back down to a manageable size hedge. Like I said, I'm going to have 3 layers. I'm going to have the blackthorn at the back, the fuchsia down there at the front, and then the undercarriage, the understory, which will be ground cover. Now there's some nice big stones up here. In fact, I'm going to show you. 15 years ago when I started the project and I was clearing up around here, there was some massive stones, and managed to get those pushed back. You can just see some of them, they're big slabs. So I'm hoping to take a couple of those big stones out, and I managed to move big stones not too badly, because I normally use a couple of big bits of wood, and I sort of move them, lever them, I suppose is the word. So you see where the sedum is, and the little bits of head chain and whatever. I'm hoping to plant a lot more sedum in along the front. So this is a good time of the year to divide it up. I've crowned the tree, so that now is looking good, and it's crowned above head height, so there's going to be lots of light coming through there. I've pulled out some of the stones, keep the bulk of the stones there in the back, because again it sort of works very nicely in layers. So if you can imagine the ground cover, and then the fuchsia, and then whatever I'm going to put in behind that, and then the blackthorn hedge, I think that's going to work pretty well. So I'm going to be trimming back a lot of the rubus along here, just to make sure that the driveway up at this side of the cottage is kept nice and wide as possible. And the cotoneasters here, I'm going to be dividing those up and putting them in behind the fuchsia. So far so good. I'm pleased with what I've got done, and I've tidied up after myself and cleaned up after myself here. So I'm going to be resting, well, I won't say resting, but resting from garden work for a few days and doing some work indoors, probably some writing. So I'll take you down the driveway, and of course all this is cleared. It's a beautiful day, by the way, just beautiful, and you can see the leaves on the trees are changing colour now quite rapidly. Just walk down the drive. Now there's a little tree that I planted in there. That's a little horse chestnut, and the fuchsia's grown above it. So I'm going to be trimming back some of the fuchsia there, because when you grow trees, I mean, I've grown over 1,100 of them. You're growing trees, you're growing shrubs. You've got to try to keep everything in balance until things are very well established. So this forsythia that I put in here, that's having to grow out over the drive because of the goat willow in behind it. So there's a lot of, tweaking of the plants that I have to do over the course of the autumn and winter. Which is, by the way, an absolutely fabulous time to be outdoors, because light is at a premium during the winter months. And oh look, now I must make sure that I put some more seed in here. There we go, some of the seeds sprouting as well. This is a great place for the little birds to feed, because even when it's raining, you see they can get in there and feed. And they're not going to be washed away by ginormous droplets of rain, which can happen here. So again, there's a lot of trimming back on both sides of the driveway to be done this winter, which will ensure vigorous growth then during the spring and summer. This is one of the other beautiful western red cedars that I grew from seed, and you can see this one has been crowned, so it does come out over the drive, but that's okay. It's okay for my car and for small cars, but if you've got a big car, if you've got a big SUV or anything bigger than that, you'll probably have to park at the bottom of the driveway and walk up. And isn't that good for you? Nice exercise. It's a very steep driveway, by the way. Lovely colour changes. Look at this. It's beautiful. It's a sheer delight. Look at all the lovely berries on my cotoneaster and on the hawthorn. Lots and lots of food for the birds. The blackbirds absolutely love this. They love it. There's my pond weed grabbing tool, resting there against the tree, reminding me to get down here and get a bit more work done. And also, look, there's a lot of leaves have gone in there, so I need to clear that. I'm making mental notes all the time of the work I have to do. Some very clear colouring going on there. And you can hear the water running down in the ditch from the pond. All that's coming from my pond. You might be able to see it there. Lots and lots of berries. Lots of berries. So, there we go. So I'm going to say blessings to you all. Oh, Michaelmas daisies. Aren't they lovely? Of course, it's past Michaelmas now. Michaelmas was in September, I think. There's some little cows over there in the field. My neighbours put cows in. It's lovely to see. I love to see them. And a warning. So, let's put my coffee cup down. Blessings to you all. And have a lovely week.